Hi, my name is Mohd Nizamuddin. I am working in technical software solutions as a Boomi developer. Today I am going to explain about the implementation of query parameter and URI parameter. So let me give an overview about query parameter and URI parameter. Query parameter is nothing but the extended URL which allows to filtering the resources value pairs. URI parameter. URI stands for Uniform Resource Identifier. URI parameter is a part of the URL which is used to identify the resource. It is a part of the URI itself. Query parameter. In the query parameter, we don't need to pass the body, but we can pass through in the URL itself by filtering or sorting. They are typically added to the end of a URL and are separated from the base URL by a question mark. Multiple query parameters are separated by an ampersand. Query parameter consists of a key and a value separated by an equal sign. Multiple query parameters are separated by ampersands. The server receiving the request can use these query parameters to filter the response or specific actions. URI parameter. While exposing any API with URI parameter, then we need to go with the API service component, where we can give multiple URI parameters followed by curly braces in the edit mode of an endpoint. With the URI parameter, it should be packaged and deployed individually. If we are exposing any API, then we need to pass the value. For query parameter, we need to pass the value in dynamic process property by giving the value as query underscore query parameter name. For URI parameter, we need to pass the value in dynamic process property by giving the value as param underscore URI parameter name. For header, we need to pass the value in dynamic document property as inheader underscore header name. So let me show you how we implement in Boomi in the platform. So let me go to the interface, Boomi. So here I have configured the process where I, on the basis of ID from the database and transforming into the XML and returning back to the web service server. So I have configured this web service server connector as listen action by giving the object as simple objects and response output type as a single XML object. So here I am in the parameter, I am passing the dynamic process property as query underscore ID. On the basis of ID, fetching the records from the database. So here I am transforming the data into the database to the XML and returning the response to the web server as a XML. So let me go to the Postman and check with the API service with the query parameter. Yeah. You can see that I have given the value value of the ID as 101 and I got the details of the employee ID of 101. If I select as a 102 as a employee ID, then I can get the employee ID of 102 details. So like this, we can able to fetch the records from the database on the basis of ID. So let me explain about URI parameter. Yeah, in URI parameter, I have created one use case. So here we are fetching the records from database on the basis of. So and here I have configured the database by giving the parameter as a value in the dynamic process property and variable name of a property name as param underscore name. So on the basis of name, I am able to fetch the records from the database. So as I will be getting a database data in a database profile, so I will be converting into the XML and returning back to the web service server connector. So as I said, if we want to use the URI parameter, then we need to pass this URI, this process into the API service component, without which we can't able to fetch the document from the URI parameter. So here in the general tab of the API service component, there is some mandatory fields like we need to pass the published API title, version name, and base API path. And we need to add the REST API as it is a REST API. So we need to import the endpoint in 5 different ways. So I have configured in this way, like in the base resource path, I have given the curly under the curly. So on the basis of name, I am able to which are present in the database. So after that, I need to deploy this package this and deploy this API service component to an environment. And then we need to one more thing, and we need to whenever we are using the API service component, then in shared web server, we need to change the API type as an advanced and authentication type as per the requirement. So here I am going with the authentication type as null, and I'll be saving this. And I will be checking the API in Postman. Like I have given the Nizam as a data. Yeah. So I can get the details on the basis of the name. If I want to change this name, and I want to get the employee details of Naveen, so I can details of the Naveen. Yeah. Hope you understand this, how to implement the query parameter and URI parameter in Boom. Thank you.